Hello everyone. So, again, we're back at it with more figuarts reviews of the JJK line or the Jujutsu Kaisen line. Depends on however you want to word it as. Just as a pre-warning, I do plan on doing I plan on doing 3 reviews right now. And if you hear like a fan, that's because I have one right next to me. But I've noticed so far with every single one of these figures that I've had, we're gonna go ahead and move on right into the review here. I've noticed that they like to use the kind of like, I guess, paintbrush look right here, and then display the figure doing a pose or something. Then they have a like portrait back here too, but again, it's kind of the same style as the box. This is more or less like the same style that Nobara came with, because it's a smaller size box and such. I do like the color on here. It looks very like, how do I word this? Very cursed energy look. It looks with the color and such. But pulling Megumi out, and we'll go over this same body here soon because I do plan on reviewing my OC from Jujutsu Kaisen. But pull out the figure here and dump out all the accessories. So Megumi is actually surprising because he doesn't come with that many faces for himself. He only has a yelling and a neutral face. So he has this face right here, and some of you might be saying, well, I see 3 faces there. We'll get into that. But he comes with a screaming face here. Then if I just push his face up like this, you can see that he comes with a, if my camera will focus, there we go. He comes with like a neutral face. His face is pretty self-explanatory to pull off. I'll show that here shortly. So this isn't for Megumi himself. I actually have 2 of these because I've had 2 Megumis. But this is for Sukuna. So I have an extra face that I'm going to be able to make for Sukuna. I'm probably going to white out the eyes and make like a, I guess, surprise face or something. Because, I don't know, I feel like that'd be cool. But in terms of faces, that's all he comes with, is this neutral face, the screaming face, and the extra Sukuna face. So, in terms of what you get for hands-wise, you've got, now, I don't know too much about Megumi's powers. I know they're called like the shadow dogs and such like that, but you've got this hand right here, where he's gripping onto his other hand. He's going like this, I believe. Kind of hard to see. Camera likes to keep unfocusing. Alright, that should be, I want to say that should be good. But you get this little hand piece here, and it's like the Kakashi hands. They're both molded onto each other, so you just have both pegs here. You line up the hands, and bada bang, bada boom. But first hand's out the way. Then you get kind of like some open but relaxed kind of hands here. Not really gripping or just wide open palm hands. They're more or less just relaxed hands, which make for pretty good expressive looks. Then you've got these 2. I forget what sign this is, but you got those hands too. He's holding his. Alright, I did not mean to hit the camera, but he's holding his thumbs basically, and then doing like a wide open palm display. And then you get these right here, which I think these are domain expansion hands. But you get these ones right here too. I'm not sure, but I think these might be these on here, on this. These might be this hand right here, which honestly, they don't really look like that. Or that's, no, that's these hands. But anyway, you get about a set of hands here, 2 signed hands, and then the hands like this. But as of his accessories, that's all of his accessories. Not much to go over with him. He didn't come with much. So Megumi here, this, if you guys seen my Gojo review, this is how they should have done the piece here. I know it's the same tech. It sits on two brackets in there, but I think they should have been like this, a much bigger hole, as it's not much of a small hole, so it doesn't really kind of have all that smallness to rub up against. But I mean, he's got the standard like double jointed elbow. His arm bends out about yay far. You get about comfortably about that much of a swivel. I mean, you can get a full 360 swivel with him, but pretty good there for the most part. And he's on 3.0 pelvic joints, because he's on the ball here and you're able to spin the leg like this. That's a 3.0. Because all of these I've noticed so far, a lot of the JJK stuff has started on the 3.0s, then like a 1.0 or 2.0. You get a double jointed knee, toe bend, and then you get an ankle rocker as well. But I mean, you get some pretty good articulation with him. Then people say the head is loose. I don't really feel a looseness to his head. Then to pull his faces off, you just pull the bangs off like this, and then you pull the face off like that. Pretty simple. Now, for the most part, for some of you that are probably wondering, well, can I put the Sukuna face on his face? I don't think you can, for the most part, because I think it's too big. I think the face is too big. Maybe. No, because at best, this is about as best as you can get. So, I mean, you're not moving his head at all if you get the face on there. Because, oh, no, yep, see, it just explodes right up off. You've seen live camera reaction there, as it just explodes right off. I mean, if you want to do a still picture of him with the Sukuna face, yeah, you could go for it. But I don't think you're gonna get it to where you can do expressive or expressive head movements like this, or anything like that. But for the most part, this figure is like a plain cheeseburger, if you know what I mean. I've seen this, or I've heard this analogy before in a video before. He's like a very plain figure, but I mean, he's a really, I mean, let's take an example like this. If you like a plain cheeseburger, I mean, pretty much anyone should if you like hamburgers or anything like that. But he's plain, so to say, but not terrible. They could have given him more accessories, and I mean, that's about as far as you're gonna get him to bend, without, or I mean, with the like this, with this lipping back here, shove that back there, and I mean, you can still get him to look down quite a bit. So, especially if you use the head joint, you can get him to look down quite a bit, but not a lot. Back range, you get about, if I can stand him up, you get about that much in the back range. So I don't know if this is just because this is the Megumi I got, and he happens to have a really good ab crunch, but I think he's pretty good in terms of like likeness. Looks pretty good. My only gripe is I kind of wish he came with maybe a little bit more faces than just one extra, or well, one face for Megumi. I mean, yeah, we get three faces in this box, but I mean, this is not really for Megumi here. This is for Sukuna. I almost said Gojo, but like, to me, you could have given him like a, I guess, tiredly annoyed facial expression or something. More faces. That is literally my only gripe about this figure. And also the ab crunch here it's kind of trash, kinda. But I mean, if I still bend him in a certain way, I can get him to move just fine. If you see him, or see him in the stores, or you just want Megumi in general, I would definitely pick him up, just so that you can complete your JJK collection. But I have no problem with this figure. That's literally the only two problems I have, is he came with very little faces, and the ab crunch is okay. But like I said on mine, He's not horrible, but Megumi happens to be one of my favorite characters. I just kind of like his, like, I guess tired, like, whatever kind of attitude. But and then, oh, I almost forgot my rating for this man. So I've been pretty happy with the most part for most of the JJK stuff. I've got to give him about an 8 or a 9 because it's the facial thing and this for me. If he had more faces, it would probably be a 9, but it's really just those two factors. So, I mean, he's a pretty good figure overall. But see you guys in the next.